My family's probably a prime example of this recession. In 2008, we found out our house was going to be beginning the process of foreclosure. I was actually one of the valedictorians of my high school. I graduated with a 4.0, all AP, IB classes. But I was embarrassed just because in the advanced classes I was in, nobody else was going through what I was going through. It was mostly stable families with solid incomes.
Lately, there's been a lot of attention paid to undermatching, which is when students end up going to colleges that are not as selective as the ones their grades and test scores suggest they could get into. And this is something that happens particularly often among lower income students.
I would have been in 8th grade or 9th grade. I would constantly be applying to jobs. I didn't get one until I was 16. So I worked, probably 20 hours a week from when I was 16, like in sophomore year, until I graduated. And I saved up all my money because I knew my parents couldn't afford anything. So the money I have right now is still left over. Actually, my family, to be honest, didn't have very many expectations for me, but I knew I wanted to get to the East Coast just because everything I've heard about the competitive atmosphere and the STEM jobs really attracted me.
Our goal is to have our students enroll in a college that is the best fit for them. And there's a lot of research that shows that when students choose a college that is a good fit financially and culturally and especially academically, that they're going to be much more likely to stay in school and to graduate and earn their degree.
I saw posters around the school telling, for families lower income, and they'd help you prep for the ACT and guide you through the college application process. And so I was very interested in that because this was at a point when I just got my first job and I was really wanting to get out of the situation my family was in. So I didn't want to almost admit that my family was poor, but eventually my counselor, once I got admitted, was hounding me, and I was reluctant to participate because I had to work after school every day.
Robin did enroll in an academic match college. She's now at Johns Hopkins University.
I love it here. It's it allows me to focus better here. I have less distraction in terms of real world family, financial issues, because Johns Hopkins has provided an environment where I do have to worry about money, but not as much because they're so generous with financial aid. And the atmosphere here gives me even more drive to want to be the best in the field I want to do. I just really like the competitive atmosphere here because I'm academically competitive. If not, I'm not in any other aspect of my life competitive.